Welcome to Tyler Plays. Today I'm playing Dark Souls. This is my first Let's Play series. Something I've wanted to do for a long time. And you can play this. That's what this Let's Play is going to be. Dark Souls is a very difficult game, but it is not unaccessible, which is something I learned probably in 2021. And some friends of mine had been playing Dark Souls 3, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to start again, play the original Dark Souls, give it a shot. And yeah, I just wanted to show people this game isn't as hard. You know, I think there's still a lot of people, even in 2025, that are probably like, man, Dark Souls is not my game. Way too difficult. I don't hate myself that much. Which is what I was saying to myself. I'm like, I don't need to play that game that's gonna beat me down and, you know, throw my controller across the room, so. But it is most definitely not that kind of game. It certainly can be. It can be very difficult, but it is very accessible, and it's one you should not pass up. It is a fantastic game. First thing you should do, if you're playing remastered, is change your jump to left click. And we'll get into that later. But let's make a character. You know, I've not even thought about this. Here we go. You can play this. There it is. I think that's good. I'm gonna be a dude, and I think I'm gonna go warrior here. I'm gonna just be a strength build, sword and shield guy. I think, you know, I don't know. Does one of these come with? Wow, neither one of them come with a bow. Does any class start with a bow? You must get a bow fairly early somewhere that I don't remember. That's okay. We're gonna search around. So, I'm gonna go straight up warrior here. High strength, high dexterity. It gives you right off the bat access to a lot of starting weapons that you'll find along the way. I highly suggest the master key because it opens a lot of locked doors. So, gives you access to a lot of different routes, which is something we'll also talk about. You know what? We're gonna be a dragon scholar, sure. Hair? We're gonna go not anime, bro. We'll go wild. Yeah, and that's I usually make an Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. I almost always go with like I like cosplay or roleplay as Aragorn all the time. I kind of make that in like Skyrim and, you know, all the old Elder Scrolls games. I like always kind of make him look like Aragorn, but this is good. We're gonna start here.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
So cool.
Nito the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
I didn't see his face there too. I never forgot about that.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Leto unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Mohawk. Graphics. All right. Okay. Just a giant demon patrolling the dungeons. Nothing to see here. Okay, so like I said before, it was probably 2021 when I decided to play this. I actually decided to play the Xbox 360 version on an Xbox One. I had gotten a free copy. First Steam achievement there. I got like a copy from like Games with Gold or whatever back in the day. And actually I almost kind of prefer that that version. This might be where a lot of people said, okay, why am I playing this game? You have a broken sword hilt and you're supposed to somehow fight this guy? But we shall run away. Yeah, I must have played this when I got it on Games with Gold, because even back then it had been out for a few years, and I tried it out and I was like, I don't understand the appeal to this at all. Like, it's just, I couldn't really get it. I was just dying all the time, and I don't think I ever even beat this first boss. Aha! I block you, sir. But I want to do this Let's Play to show people that this is a, you know, accessible game. And it's a lot of fun. It's one of the most well-made games of all time.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh,
okay.
And this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
We can now heal. Okay. Nothing here. Stab you. Ow. Double kill. Don't lose any health when you block those arrows. First tip. Plunge this guy. Walk off. Hit right bumper. Stab him in the face. But yeah, when you roll, you are invulnerable. But you have to time your roll correctly. He likes to sweep the floor here. It's really dusty. Stay right in his butt cheeks and just whack him. He's giving me a good pattern here. So yeah, I honestly, the first time I played this, I don't think I even beat that guy. And just kind of gave up and was like, you know what? My opinion of the game I hadn't played was proven. You know? I was like, you know, this is going to be a really hard game. Breaking controllers. And yeah, I'm not into it. It was too hard for me, so I said, nope. Not going to do it. Make a main jump.
Only
So.
in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. to leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
This is a lot of fun, dude. Normally I kind of rush through. I've beaten Dark Souls now 8 times, I believe, and you know, a couple strength builds with just different weapons, and couple magic builds as well. Okay. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna start collecting some items. Will definitely come in handy later on. Come over here, grab some fire bombs. It's a really good place to start, especially for a beginner. I'll let you talk to some of these NPCs for the first time. Yeah, that is something else I should say is, yeah, some of this, you know, I will, especially this first playthrough, I will kind of let you discover a lot of things. This is not a death trap, but a little hidden tunnel for some free items. Honestly, don't even remember what half of these are. It's a multiplayer item, but can be very useful later on. That's what we're there for. Home or Bones, fast travel you back to the last bonfire you rested at. So, you got really far, and you want to get back home without dying? Home or Bones are your way out. If you think you're stuck somewhere. Couple of souls here that you can use later on to level up. I'm gonna oh, that skeleton died. Okay. Let's start the journey. Now, big part of why this game is amazing is because you can choose the route you want to go. There's not really a right or wrong route, but there are tougher routes to go. I'm going to show you. Aha. Hey now. Whoa, 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 combo. Alright. Let's go fight this shield guy. Do that too. Combo, follow it up. So, R2, R1. Obviously, R1 spam. Oh, that was forward and attack is a kick. We'll use that here in a second. Perfect place to use the stab. Oh! Never seen him do that. That is hilarious. I've certainly seen the rats jump like that, but never right over my attack. That was awesome. That's why you don't hit R1. Sometimes you'll blast through it if you're not standing there. Hug that left wall. You can slash through, but that's why it's good. The broadsword's really nice to... or the longsword. Just stab him. sometimes it pays off to be aggressive. Other enemies, not so much. You know, you might want to let them attack first. Backstabs are really nice. Let's do some exploring here. Oh. Village corpse. You guys come out yet? Doesn't look like it. Now I play offline because I don't even want to deal with invasions. You basically can't avoid it if you turn off matchmaking. But yeah, the other day I was playing, maybe it was Dark Souls 3. I think I had matchmaking turned off. And still got invaded somehow. Maybe that was Elden Ring or something, because it was very strange that I got invaded, because I had it all completely disabled. Look at these jokers. You're not fooling anybody. Oops. That works. Rubbish. So, if you are a fan of Legend of Zelda, I've never seen this guy. I saw this guy moving earlier. Never seen him do that before. I think he saw me when I picked up the other item over there. Plunge attack. Oh, I messed it up, but it's fine. Who is dying, by the way? I don't know where that other soul came from. Probably firebomb. Is... yeah, you ever played Zelda? They base this game's progression on Zelda. You can choose your own path. It's very, Metroidvania in that way where, you know, some places... Hello. Some places you're kind of locked out of. Other places, it's kind of like, hey, you should probably go here first. So this is more of a noob area. Easy now, Tiger. This guy's shooting us with arrows. But fear not. You can take a couple arrows. Okay. Back to what we were doing down here. Go grab a wooden shield. This one doesn't give as much physical protection, but covers more of your body. But this guy, not quite as durable, or the stability. My favorite thing about Dark Souls is the lore. You press X, and there it is. Widely used standard straight sword, only matched in ubiquity by the short sword. An accessible sword which inflicts consistent regular damage and high slash damage, making it acceptable to a variety of situations. These are all filled with this. You know, right here, one of the more barbaric cleric weapons. It's one of the cleric starting weapons. I love this stuff. It'll get a lot more detailed later on, but I don't understand why all games don't steal that trait, or that kind of storytelling technique. You know, BioShock was really good at that. By, you know, the audio tapes you would find. You know, like you could find out the story of the past. You know, the whole lore of the game by listening to, like, past recordings. And that's all these are. And this was...
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Okay, what do we got here? We got 3,500. I don't need that. Or maybe I do need that? Not for this run. And I don't remember if we don't get a bow, because there is something I want to show you guys with a bow and arrow. later on, but we'll have a shortcut later for that. We can come back to this guy if I don't find one. I really don't remember. I really don't play with a, okay. Oh, I thought that was going to be my first death. It could happen like that. Very easily. You get womboed. And before you know it, you'll be dead. No fast climbing in DS1. In, I think Dark Souls 2 and 3, you can hold B to climb ladders faster. And it uses, stamina as well. Like crossbow, not what I'm looking for. And that way will get us hurt, but that's okay. There's nothing to fight anymore. So, here's another tip for newcomers. And I should have led with this because the other part about Dark Souls is that you can level up at your own pace. So something I highly suggest, and quite honestly, something that I, again, probably would have never played Dark Souls in the first place, is if I wasn't able to over-level myself. Because you can level up all of your skills and get stronger and make this game extremely trivial. Like it's very easy to do that. I forgot this guy takes 3 hits. He was about to heal there. A little combo for you. Oh. So, right here, you're like, well, I could keep going on. I just made a checkpoint. If I die, I'll respawn there. Or, you know what? I'm not going to do this. But we could just go over here. Nice block. We go over here and farm these guys. And I'm talking all these guys, just over and over again. If that's not, you know, your style of play, you don't have to do that either. You know, this game can be as hard or as easy as you want. But you really don't learn that until, you know, you either watch somebody else kind of, you know, reveal that to you, or you kind of, you know, play around and, you know, figure it out on your own. But, yeah, I really hope people, you know, who are questioning, you know, whether or not they should play Dark Souls ever, or, you know, say, hey, you know, that looks like a pretty cool game, but still looks too hard. I'll just watch somebody else's Let's Play. You know, there was two guys who played this game together, and that's what got me into this. It was so much more accessible than I ever could have imagined. Something that just happened, though, is what's called soft humanity. In the upper left there, on my health and stamina, I've got a 1 there. And that's called humanity. Humanity in this game is a healing item. Right over here. I'm going to put it on my health bar here. So I can press down and cycle through. So if I want to heal, you know, I can drink some Estus. Or if I want some humanity, I can pop that. That's a full health right there. So if you have 1 health, that'll fill up your entire health bar. What you can do with humanity is reverse hollowing. Reverse hollowing basically makes you human. Right now, you start the game as a zombie, essentially. You've lost your humanity. You are a hollow. And you can offer humanity to reverse hollowing. And you can kindle your bonfire. Now, see, I just used 1 humanity to become human. You can also kindle this bonfire, and it gives you 7 Estus flasks instead of the default 5. Now, at the first bonfire, Firelink Shrine, you always start with 10. That one's already kindled from the start. Yeah, you're coming. Okay. I'll come kill you, bud. Backstab. Whoa. Sometimes they do that. And they do this. They get you, make you womboed, but hold that block button, you'll get out of that. So, why would we reverse hollowing? You get a lot more defensive stats, a lot more resistances, and when you collect, when you're like this, you're a little stronger, but you also want to have use these humanities. Now, you need to save them for if you do run out of Estus flasks, you know, and let's say you're out of homeward boners. You want to get home. And you're like, man, if I just had a couple heals, those humanities are really good backup for that. Next. Block. Ooh, a nice jump there. Stab first. Alright. Yeah, what I do is I like to collect humanity. Did I trigger this guy? No, that was a different guy. Whoops. One, yep. Just one stab. Cracked brown shield, don't need that. I don't remember what this is. Black firebomb, very nice. Same as firebombs, but a little stronger. We'll use firebombs later. Those can be very, very helpful. Just like that. This guy's learned. Stop blocking. Okay. We'll go up here. Kill this jerkwad. It can be annoying. Now, because we have the master key, or if you bought the residence key, it'll also open this door here. And this is the extremely helpful item, gold pine resin. You can apply that to your weapon, and it basically puts a lightning effect or a shock effect to your weapon. Yeah, kicking these guys on these stairs kind of iffy. The sword guy is a lot easier to deal with because you don't have to kick their shield out of the way. Okay, moment of truth. You're gonna fight Black Knights. These guys are extremely tough. I do not suggest fighting this guy on your first playthrough, but I'm gonna show you how to fight this dude. I could easily die. I've easily died by this dude 100 times. But we're gonna try it. By parrying him. Left trigger will parry Black Knights. Well, parry any enemy, really. You can't parry a melee attack. I'm sorry, a non equipped melee. If it's just a fist, you can't parry fists. You can parry basically any other held weapon. And we stab. And there you go. Now, I made that look extremely easy. He is not easy at all. Those guys are very tough. The timing for those takes a long time to kind of learn those attacks. But there's a pretty good window to block those attacks. Here's another example of where jumping helps. I guess I never finished explaining that. With jumping in this game, if you're playing on original game and you're playing, you know, 360 or PS3 or whatever, if you want to jump, you have to hold B, and then when you're running, you have to press B again to jump. So you have to let go of the run button and press it again to jump. So it would be like, you would jump like that. But, obviously, in the remaster, quality of life. You can just hold B and then left click anytime. Alright, these guys are crystal lizards. And they give you upgrade materials. Twinkling Titanite upgrades special weapons. I don't think they upgrade boss weapons. But there's really powerful, like that Black Knight back there. I think his sword is upgradable by Twinkling Titanite. And Large Titanite Shard it'll upgrade normal weapons past certain levels. But when you come out here, definitely want to climb this ladder first. That fog gate signifies a boss fight that's about to happen. Ow, double! I don't remember that happening. Switch to the sword. I don't need to pick up those drops at all. But we're about to fight a boss on this bridge. Oh, perfect example here. To slide down, just tap B. Tap B, you can't jump off ladders. I was gonna... You know what? Here. We'll go to the bar here. Okay, here's a perfect example of something you should need to know. Right trigger, fast scrolls here. It scrolls down by about 5 items. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 items. So instead of tapping all the way down and scrolling through this, you can just hit right trigger. Let's go ahead and put Gold Pine on the item. We're going to apply it to our weapon. Make this fight a little easier for us. Look at all that damage. Should not have done that. Oh god, he's gonna push me off. Ooh, oh no, that wasn't a stagger. Oh god. I'm in a bad position. Oh. Thank you, sir. You are honorable. You're about to push me off. Okay. Again. Made that fight look very easy. It will not be that easy for you. But I promise. It is very rewarding when you do. So. Let's go meet the Sun God.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you.
Another thing is, yeah, you keep talking to NPCs.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Of course.
It pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon
Talking about multiplayer.
by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So that's something they don't really explain, and I need to take a moment to explain what I stopped explaining the soft humanity earlier. Whenever when we were in the Undead Burg, the last bonfire we touched, and I suggested that you farm a lot of those enemies to level up more. Whenever you're fighting those enemies and you haven't killed the boss of that area, we just did. The Taurus Demon there, he was the boss of that section of this castle. So every time you kill an enemy, there's a chance that they drop humanity, and it automatically applies it. Instead of, you know, activating it, here, I'll pop one right now. You can see my health bar, full health now. And I have 1 humanity up there. So I've got some extra defense now. To poison, to toxic, and fire, and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, so you want to build up humanity. The other part of that is, and again, the more you're grinding over there, the more of that humanity you're going to collect. And it's already activating to that bar, so you're going to get even more defensive additions. But the other really good part of being human instead of being hollow, the zombie version, is you be able to summon this guy later on for a boss fight coming up. And if you're not human, you will not see his summon sign on the ground. You'll see that later.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun.
Yes.
The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Such a great character.
Oh, hello there. I will
So, you can see,
if only I could be
now we've exhausted all of his dialogue, so you can move on. Now, make sure you have full health here. And I also think running, you'll take more damage. And you'll see what I'm talking about right now. Okay, guy. Nobody asked you. You freaking jerk ass. Alright, what we're gonna do is that shortcut I was talking about earlier. Kick a ladder. She can do a lot in this game. Okay. I'm gonna rest. We're gonna level up. Let's get some health and strength. Yep. Correct. Okay. What does that leave me with? 1,200 souls. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Something that is another really good thing for beginners. Should be a single stab. Yeah, doing 80 damage now. Nice jump. So, another thing to know is whenever you level up your strength, you do more damage with your weapons. Some weapons scale better with certain stats. So you can see the param bonus in the bottom left. You can do more damage with that item. So I'm scaling with strength with C and dexterity with C. And I have 19 strength, 13 dex. So you do more damage, the more strength you get. There's weapons that scale higher with strength or dexterity. So depending on what kind of player you want to be, dexterity weapons are a lot faster. Oh, yeah, these shield guys. Okay. Dexterity is really like quick, flowing weapons. Strength weapons are hammers and big, you know, claymores and stuff. What we're gonna do now, though, is...
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead. Don't be a nitwit.
Don't be a
Never hurts to
nitwit.
splurge when your days are numbered.
Hurts to splurge. We are going to get a weapon that does not do any scaling, but is very, very strong. So we're going to grab this short bow for 1,000. Okay. Now, again, most of you are... Again, I suggest that you go ahead and...
Thank you kindly.
you know, do some grinding. So you probably have some extra souls. So before you go beat Taurus, you know, run through this section of the game a couple times. You know, and learn, you know, timing of your weapon, of blocking, how easy it is to kind of get caught in a combo with even these really low level these enemies. You'll learn a lot about the rest of the game, you know, the more you play in these lower level stuff. And dying is okay. You know, dying is, you're gonna learn something every time you die, so you won't make that mistake again. He is a strong guy. You gonna heal there, bud? Gonna kick his shield out of the way. And yeah, there's another one over here. He's a spear guy. Come on. So you'll see, I kind of walk up to him and I can bait him. Well, these guys, you really can't bait these guys too much. There you go, bye. Can't bait the spear guys too often, but here's what we're gonna do. See a little dragon tail there. Just wagging around. Let's... I think putting bows on the left is better. I'll take my word for it. Play around. I think, yeah, I think I like doing this better. One. I have no idea how many. I might edit this out, but I don't remember this. I don't remember him flying away like this. Two. Is that his tail there? It is his tail. Yeah, you can sit here and just hold. Oh, yeah. That's 3. Hopefully this is enough arrows. I really have no idea. I've not done this since, honestly, my first 2 playthroughs or something. This isn't too bad. Oh, a little too early there. There we go. Boy, oh boy. I don't know. I don't remember how many arrows this takes. I hope I bought enough. What is that, 5? Yes. That's 8. Okay. We're in there. We are in there. Oh. Give me that tail. My goodness. Please, 15 arrows be enough. I really do not remember. I did miss 1 arrow, didn't I? I'm hoping if I go buy more arrows that his health doesn't reset. Oh no, I missed. Come on now. Dang it. Okay. It's okay. We will, with the power of editing, be right back. These all... yeah, these guys are still dead. So, here's something else to learn. Popping souls. You steal men's souls. Alright, so we will grab... let's pop all these. Use all. Sure. What is that? That's only 800 right there, isn't it? Okay. Yes, it is me again. And you know what? I did buy large souls. I really don't need 35. But you know what? That was something else I wanted to show you guys as well. I completely forgot that that was something I've been thinking about doing. Is that a... No. Thought there was an item there. Sometimes they'll drop that hollow shield, which is pretty good. I think it's kind of heavy, though. I think it does block a lot of damage. So, but having a bow and arrow is extremely useful for pulling enemies later on in the game, which is extremely helpful to new players. Oh. Well, of course. Yes. And that whole time I was holding left trigger or left bumper, which you do not need to do. Okay, what is that? 13. That I think I missed 2 shots. So that's 13 large arrows. There's 14. But who's counting? I got 33 more. Give me that tail. Give me that. I'm gonna try to shoot his tail next time when he's there. Booyah! Drake sword, baby. Okay, kind of a hidden weapon, but extremely useful for new players. Don't know how heavy it is, but we can learn. Okay, it's 6. Okay, so the longsword does 80 physical plus 21. That plus 21 to the physical is my param bonus, my strength, and my dex. Dex is doing a little bit. Strength's doing slightly more because it's 5 more. But Drake sword does 200 physical damage, but it doesn't scale with anything. So it does require 16 strength and 10 dex to even use one-handed. So but right now this is an extremely powerful weapon for like basically this next boss and a little bit of, well, it kind of depends. Again, you know, this is kind of a Metroidvania. It depends on which way you go. Ooh, it's got a side slash. I've not used this weapon in a long time. Okay, be careful with these guys. They will poison you. Is there another one? No. Yeah, see that little purple bar there? That fills up, you are now poisoned. And that will tick your health down slowly but surely. Early on, it might take a couple of flasks to get rid of. Oops. Little double attack there. Ooh, he got me. But I one-shot him. I'm doing way more damage now. So we're gonna go up here and probably die, but that's okay. It's Dark Souls. Oh, look at that parry! Get out of here! Look at that, 342 damage. He doesn't like Drake swords, I guess. Bye. Goodbye. Give me your sword. That would be awesome. My first ever playthrough of this game, I got that guy's sword. It's called the Black Knight Greatsword. It was amazing. It is a gigantic greatsword, very heavy, but just so much fun. I think I'll find like the regular greatsword somewhere in this playthrough. Hello. Listen, guy. Get out of here. Okay, the pig's coming. All right. Wild boar. I don't need a double swing. These guys are dying in one shot, so... yeah. Keep that shield up, ladies and gents. Keep that shield up. Okay, we just got an alluring skull. This is where Come on, yeah, there's your other guy there. Oh, nice. Come on, Minge. Come on. See that big old wind up there? That will get you jacked up. So, perfect example of reading descriptions. A skull with meekly lingering souls. Throw to shatter and spread souls to attract certain types of enemies. Souls are a concentration of life, and life-starved hollows are lured by its power. No effect for all not effective for all enemies. So, again, more lore. We don't need gold pine resin right now. I'm going to throw a luring skull there. And we're going to literally... Now, aiming in this game is, yeah, whatever, but you'll figure it out. Throw a skull over there and attract an enemy. What will it do? Oh, I don't know. Make a boar walk into fire and die. He's like, this seems alluring. I'll just cook myself. Nice tasty bacon. Oh, there's a hollow. Oh, you know what? There's... That's actually funny. He's coming from where we're about. Oops. See? Little finicky there. But, you know what? It worked. And there it is. He dropped something for us. Alright, we do not need that on the bar anymore. So let's go over here. What did he drop? Oh, nice. Now, this is going to be a little too heavy, but it might be a good lesson as to how this game's 29. Yeah, this might be fat roll time. Oh, yeah. I'm a fat boy now. So, good example of fat rolling. See that big old slam there? You are not going to have very many iframes when you're rolling like that. And your regular, see how slow I am now? And then whenever I run too, I'm not going to be nearly as fast, and I'm just physically slower. I believe it also takes more stamina whenever you're trying to run with that, when you're carrying too much. I don't remember the exact equip load here. You can see my equip load is 29 out of 53. Let's say I unequip everything and I'm a naked boy. Now I'm fast. Fast as fuck, boy. See that? Super quick. You have a lot more iframes. You also have more more control of when you when your iframes are active. So the timing's different whenever you're wearing a lot of armor. And what I'm doing here with the default warrior armor, I'm doing what's called mid-roll, which is that. See, animation's different, but you can still have control of your iframes pretty good. So, I like to mid-roll because most new players are going to be doing that, and I think you really should kind of armor up and do this. Come on, guys. I guess the other guy we allured. Aha! Yeah, do not sleep on these guys. These guys will one-shot you. Not one-shot, but they will... Oh, here. They do this combo attack that's just like never-ending, and it'll just slice and dice you. Here's the mystery key. We need anything this guy's dropping. Yeah, broken straight sword. Don't really need any of that. Let's top off. It's another thing. You should probably stay topped off most of the time. You're about half health. Maybe a little less. Probably go ahead and top off. Anything, if you're like a little bit hurt, like, you're probably okay. But keep that shield up. Learn these enemies' moves. So most of these guys, as you're seeing, I mean, especially with the Drake sword, this is not a fog gate for a boss. It's just a fog gate. I'm not really sure the history of like why those are there, or just the next section of the place. You can see I'm walking a little slower here. Sneaking up and backstabbing this guy. Those are Balder Knights. They have some of my favorite equipment in the game. Knight Shield, I think, is not better than the heater, so we will not use it. There's another good one. Again, I think you should really start with the warrior class, because it does start with 100% fizz block. Other shields, perfect example right here. The wooden shield, 93% fizz block. So somebody does 100 damage, they're gonna do 7 damage every time they hit your block. You know, if you block their attack, you know, they're still gonna, some of that physical damage is still gonna sneak through. You know, 7% of it essentially. So I really prefer 100% fizz block. I don't really care about blocking magic and stuff like that. There are times where blocking magic and fire, which is a form of magic, is extremely helpful. You can see the heater shield is just, it's great. It's 70% block and fire, so that can be really helpful in a lot of parts of this game. There's a lot of fire in this one, but try to kill this guy quick. And I can because I have a Drake Sword. And I'm one-shotting these guys too. This section, I'll get into this in a second, but whenever we find the first bonfire over here, or I guess the next bonfire, I highly suggest farming this area. Basement key will come into play here later. It's kind of back where we came from when we met Solaire. He's gonna be our buddy for a couple boss fights coming up. He's extremely useful in the next boss fight. Now these guys you can kind of pull, so you don't need to fight everybody all at once, because these guys will mess you up. Now, he has a Balder sword there, and a Balder shield. This is why I want you to farm this area. Titanite shards are extremely useful for leveling up the regular weapons that you start with. So this is a really good place to farm. You're going to get a lot of soft humanity. The other part of soft humanity is your item discovery. There's a guy on the left there that I just pulled. So we're going to fight him 1v1. Be very careful with this guy, as you can see. Oh, God. I'm gonna die here. Nope, I'm good. He, with that little shield he's got, he will... there you go. More Titanite. The more humanity you have in your bar there, you'll have really high item discovery. So, what have I got right now? So 150. The more humanity I got, that's gonna raise, and the more of those rare drops you're gonna get. What I like to do when I'm not, you know, doing a let's play, which I've never done before, I'll come through this area just to either get their, it's called the Balder side sword. It's the sword that they use. Or honestly their shield. I love their shield. I think it's one of the coolest items in the game. And that's actually why I prefer the original Dark Souls graphics. The Balder shield looks completely different in the, so does the, like the heater shield, quite honestly, looks, there's just, I think it's the shader that they use in the original game engine, but it just looks so much better. I don't know, it's, I also really prefer, you know, I'm 40 years old, I prefer retro games anyway, and quite honestly, I really love the vanilla graphics of games. You know, if I go back, and I probably will do this, if I play Oblivion, you know, on PC, I'm not throwing mods and all this craziness on it, you know. Look at this. This guy is toast. Get out of here. Again, I'm making these guys look trivial, but again, you can make this game trivial if you want to, you know. It's not, you know, an extremely difficult game. If you don't really know, Firekeeper Soul is extremely useful. Let's go ahead and do this first. Gonna do a little show you a very good example of how this is a Metroidvania style game. Activate this elevator, which there was 2 elevators up there. The other one is not down here. But here it is. We're back at Firelink Shrine. It's a full circle. Alright. So we went completely around from the starting area. We went all the way up that... what would that be? A viaduct or an aqueduct up there? All the way through... what is that called? Parish? Why am I drawing a blank on what that's called? Yeah, I'll remember it later. But all the way through that, killed a boss, and made our way all the way back. So I didn't sit at the bonfire because I don't want to respawn all the enemies yet. Because we're going to go to a different bonfire. And there's very little risk of any enemies between here and there, the route we just took. Ragdoll. It's the old Havoc engine. So, gonna go down here. Grab a bonfire. And we'll sit. Now you'll see, my Estus Flask is only +5 there. I didn't get +10, because I didn't kindle this bonfire. But, if you want to kindle, you gotta use a humanity. And to me, you know, I could just go back to Firelink and sit there and get 10, which I probably should have. But, now you know. Let's go meet Andre the Blacksmith for the first time.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Okay. This guy you want to make a beeline to. Because of that, of course, but... you can reinforce your weapons. This is where those Titanite shards come into play. I've only got 3 of them right now. He sells them, though. So you can purchase these for 800 and then upgrade all of your weapons. That is the key to this game. Another very important part of playing Dark Souls and not getting your butt kicked is upgrading your weapons. Choose the weapon that you want to, that you feel pretty good about. Here in the early, Bastard Sword would be a great weapon, you know, to start with. I'm going to show you a different one later on. But right now, we got a Drake Sword that's doing 200. I'm one-shotting almost all the regular hollow enemies. And that, you know, big armor guy I just made, you know, short work of, so really don't need to mess with a new weapon right now, because this is gonna get us pretty far for a little while. But I wanted to show you, most players will come down here and meet Sigmire for the first time. I think he is a key element of your Dark Souls experience.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Hilarious.
Still closed.
Okay. You do not need to meet him there for the first time. You don't even need to meet him. This is a great shot by the. This is like one of my favorite spots in all of Dark Souls. Is that big long bridge? Seeing that bonfire sitting there. Absolutely love that. You don't even need to find him in the second location that he is at. Both are very missable. Some of these NPCs are missable. And quite honestly, I have never done Solaire's quest before. I've never been able to figure it out. Even though it's 2025 and I can use the internet. I've never really figured out how to do his. Sigmire's is pretty easy. All you have to do is kind of explore a little bit and you'll figure it out. What we should do first is kill this jerkwad up there. He doesn't look too friendly, so... Here's another guy who will parry you with that shield. But on these stairs, it's almost impossible. Even if he does parry you... Let's see if I can make him do it. Oh, he's gonna heal here. Alright, guy. There we go. Let's go and top off. Not gonna fight the boss yet. We'll look at his parry later on. Now, what he did... He buffed all these guys, so these guys are very... These guys are very dangerous right now. Just patience. This might be a little dangerous here. Whoa! Oh! The reach. He's almost dead, though. We almost got him with one hit. Come on, let your little hollow buddy fight me. We're gonna keep using magic. Alright, bye. Oh! Might die here. Now, again, I would never be playing this in the way that I'm playing. I'm not gonna sit here and grind. Almost every time I play this game, I usually do some sort of grinding. Because again, I'm not really interested in, getting one shot by, just a random attack, or you get caught off guard, you run out of stamina. It can happen very easily in this game. There's his post. When he points his sword at you like that, he's ready to parry you. And you will probably get parried quite a bit when you fight that guy.
Oh, still human, are you?
Love this dude's voice.
I'm in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later.
Later.
Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time. I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
I am free. Now, I can get...
Okay. Definitely need to go level up. And since I am lower level than I even am used to, I've played this game a lot. I've watched a lot of playthroughs of Dark Souls. I just kind of know the mechanics of the game very well. Oh, whoops. Do I have to fight one or two of you? Just one. Let's go. Come on. Again, it being out. Okay, we're fighting two. We're fighting two. Nope, we're fighting one because of the Drake Sword. Get a cheeky little slash there, and he's going to try to heal. Oh, he will heal. Because I'm going to miss. It's fine, though. I didn't mean to do that, but it worked. Well, I was trying to kick him. Just barely push up on the control stick and walk. Oh, he's dropped something. What is it? Titanite Shard. Very good. Basically, anything these guys drop is going to be highly, highly worth it. But yeah, honestly, I'll run down to that bonfire and come on back. I'll kill these 3 guys outside. You want to kill the channeler up there. That's what that guy's called. He'll shoot magic at you as you're down here trying to fight these dudes. Killing him, though, he doesn't respawn. So that's why I went and killed him first. Because up above is another boss fight. But go kill him first. Respawn all the enemies. Come back, kill those 3, and then kill these 3 Boulder Knights. Whatever they drop, it's gonna be really good. The Titanite Shard obviously levels up your weapons. The Baldur Side Sword is one of the best dex weapons in the entire game. It's also like a 1% drop. It's pretty... Well, maybe it's not 1%. I think the Channeler's Trident is probably more rare. At least it is for me. I've never gotten that thing to drop. But, their side sword I've gotten quite a bit. But I also, like, you can see my humanity up there. I collect a lot of humanity as I'm... So, lots of health. Highly suggest getting like 20 health and then going to explore. And then choose what you're going to level up. If you want to be a strength character, level up strength, dex. You find a weapon, or even you look online and you say, hey, that looks like a cool weapon, I want to use that. Find out what the stats are and work towards it. You need a lot of health though. You need to be able to take punishment, escape, and heal, and keep the fight going. You know, some fights, they last a long time. All the boss fights do. You're not going to one-shot bosses unless you're min-maxing some ridiculous strat. But if you're a magic user, intelligence, faith user, faith. And it's that. Really focus on whatever weapon you're going to choose, level those stats up, and then whatever you focus on, do that. Like, honestly, vitality, endurance, and strength are basically all I'm going to level up through this run. Because strength weapons, I think is a very good starting point. If you want, like, easy mode, go mage with intelligence. Sorcery is extremely easy to use and very overpowered. Like, you can get absolutely overpowered for every fight in this game. Like, almost I don't think anybody's resistant to magic. Like, they all just get their ass kicked. Same goes with strength, though, quite honestly. Melee weapons are really hard to go wrong there. So you can kind of pick however you want to play. So, we got a Firekeeper soul. These reinforce, you can see at the bottom there. Gain humanity and restore HP. Of the cost of losing a Firekeeper to reinforce Estus flasks. Do not use this item. Instead, take it to the Firekeeper, who is below the bonfire. She can't talk. But look at my Estus flask. +1, baby. And we don't have one. So, now, when we heal, it heals more of our health bar. Very important to do that before you go fight this boss up here. And you'll find out why later. But I came all the way down here to use that Firekeeper soul and to get 10 Estus flasks. Because this fight definitely needs it. Now again, if you're grinding, you're going to be a little bit more prepared for this fight as far as stats. But you're also going to have more humanity to use. Because you can see I got another soft humanity there, and I have 2 for free. I didn't have to use these humanity that I'm picking up. So, are you going to have higher luck? Which... So yeah, I got +8 basically with 1 humanity. So that's 8 more %, I guess, of somebody dropping a really nice item. And again, if you don't get this Drake Sword, you're definitely going to be wanting to upgrading your, whatever regular sword you pick up, so... Ow. Now, both of these attacks are side slashes, so... really good crowd control. Especially for these guys that you're just going to one-shot. Okay. And we move on. I don't know if there's another guy here. No, he already came down and attacked. So, here's the other part of why you want to be human and not hollow. Because our good friend Solaire can help us. That is a summon sign. Touch summon sign and look. Our best friend, Knight Solaire. We're going to summon Phantom, which means we're summoning him from another world. And he's going to help us in this boss fight. Again, no shame. Look at this guy. No shame and get a little help with these bosses. This Dark Souls is difficult. And it's okay. And Solaire uses lightning. Which, guess what gargoyles are weak to? It's such a cool animation. Hello. Again, shield. Shield up. Cut his tail off and you get his tail. And you also do mega damage. There you go. Look at that. Solaire just helped us not have to fight 2 bosses at the same time. As you normally do. Look at that Drake Sword. Just killing them. Look at this. Thank you, Solaire. Oh. Huh. I don't think that's ever dropped. And you get a Sunlight Medal because Solaire fought with you. Look at that. 10,000 souls. Look how easy that was. It's simple. You fight 2 gargoyles because you have a friend who can help you. I don't even think I took a hit that entire dual boss fight. So, again, Dark Souls is not as hard as you think it is. It can be a heck of a lot easier. We just know where to look. But we're gonna go ring a bell. Okay. We're getting achievements. Tap that B button. And you know what? We can survive that. Why not? Look at this Yahoo.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Karim, the Pardoner. Thou appearest to lack faith. Yet magnanimous are the gods. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sins lie domain.
So this guy can... If you accidentally kill the blacksmith, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. He actually, well, you know, I don't think he can bring back people from dead. Maybe he can, I've never done that. But if you get him mad at you, you know, an NPC mad at you or something on accident, you accidentally attack them, request absolution and he'll reverse. You know, all is forgiven. What this guy does, though, you can buy purging stones if you get cursed. This is very helpful. Come all the way back here. You get cursed by an enemy later in the game, cuts your health bar in half. Not great. You can buy Homer Boners for 500 a pop. And some other magic stuff. And a ring. But a little too pricey for my taste, so. Yeah, I don't know if you need to buy these from the get-go. It might be worth buying one of them in case you get cursed once. So you at least know, like, okay, let's not do that again. You at least get cursed one time and you're like, alright, well, I know what enemy does that. So maybe not the worst thing to do. Yeah, Homeward Bones are extremely good. I haven't really needed them yet. I got 7. And 500 is very cheap, actually, for those.
Thou art welcome anytime.
So, what I was getting at a second ago. You do not need to play by other people's rules. Getting help in a fight, using the game's mechanics to help you in this game, nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people that want to gatekeep Dark Souls, and I think it's a complete waste of energy. Yeah, it's a very odd point of view to be like, oh, well, you didn't play Dark Souls right because you had Solaire help you in that fight. It's just like, yes, you did. Like, yes, you absolutely did. You played literally what the game handed you. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So, take it where you can get it, man. Like, take the help. That's why I'm making this video series. I love this game. I think everybody should play it. I hope you watch all these videos that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna beat this whole game. I'll probably skip some areas to still let you explore areas on your own. This is a very large game. There's so many, there's entire areas and bosses that you can miss. Some that are extremely hidden, and I'm like, who the hell would ever even find that out? But yeah, there's branching paths right here that we didn't even take. You can go down here that I showed you earlier. Talk to the Firekeeper. She doesn't do a lot of talking, but you can trade in those Firekeeper souls to her and upgrade your Estus Flask. There's more items down there. There's more stuff to find over there. There's the graveyard that way. We went, you know, the intended kind of first area, but there you can choose wherever the heck you want to start. You know, and you don't even have to go fight the gargoyles first. You can fight a couple other bosses down below. But it's all connected. Everything, you can find your way back here like 4 different ways. It's an amazing game. I definitely think you should give it a shot. And I hope you watch the rest of these and discover, you know, Dark Souls for the first time like I did. Because it's a really great game. I'll see you next time.